1970s.
1945.
After 1941, which was when Europe and everyone was actually involved in their own world war. That happened after, of course, Hitler and Germany invaded Poland. So the years that we care about, being the United States, would be 1941, and then ultimately Germany's surrender was June 45, and then Japan's surrender was shortly after we dropped the atomic bombs, August 1945 as well. So I guess if you're looking at when the US was in World War I, 41 to 45, but the rest of Europe was about 37 to 45.
Adolf Hitler was a man with a lot of power that ended up killing all the Jews.
Okay, Adolf Hitler was the leader of the country of Germany during World War II, who was eventually assassinated.
A concentration camp, I don't know the formal definition of it, but my understanding of it is that it is a place where people of, as has happened in world history, ethnicities are collected. Happened to the Japanese in World War II, here in the United States, World War I. It's where they keep them together for the purposes of the regime in power. And it's where it's a prison, it's a nicer word for prison, but it's a prison to have the ethnic people that are being surrounded, being detained.
It was the largest concentration camp and a lot of people died in it.
Holocaust was the imprisonment and punishment of Jews in World War II. Their persecution for just being a Jew.
The Holocaust was the persecution of the Jews in World War II by the Germans.
No, I definitely don't think I'll be able to survive. The reason why I say that is because the things are pretty brutal, and I'm pretty high maintenance, man. Like, as far as food and rest and things like that. So no.
Okay, so who won World War II? It's the Axis powers, so they're the bad guys, versus the Allies. Of course, the Allies won. Germany was defeated June of 44, and then, of course, Japan was defeated a little thereafter. Italy surrendered right shortly after Germany did. So the Allies beat the Axis with the final surrender of Japan in 45, August of 45, I think.
I think it was tragic, you know. I think it's something that always needs to be remembered, and you know, I just think that it was terrible the way it happened, and it's a thing in history that should never be forgotten.
It really goes to show, you know, when people think of like, oh, there's all just going to be world peace one day, you know, it's just going to be like that. That's just kind of one of those reminders that show, you know, that we do have an inner monster that we have to keep checked, and you know, it's just kind of like realizing that demon inside everyone, that, you know, it's just kind of realizing that everyone has that potential, you know, for great good or great evil, and kind of like keeping that in check.